We are in here. We are farmers. Young da dung 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 dung. Guess who's back? Back again. Tell a friend. It's me, Kasabian. Whoa. No. Do. Come on. Y'all created the monster. If nobody want to see Marsh no more, something to chop liver. And then a little bit of me and then nigga. What's going on, beautiful people? My name is Kasabian Lavoe. Welcome back to the Kasabian Lavoe Show, and thank you for being here. Let's get into the show. We got some stories. I haven't been here on a Wednesday in quite some time, so I'm just happy that I made it. I do apologize for, it's procrastination. I can't even lie. It's my fault that I haven't been here, but let's get it popping. Let's get the show started. Again, ChatGPT writes the intro. We always start off with some music. Try to put y'all on to some of my old music so I can get some residual, you know what I'm saying? But let's have a good show today.
No. Just no.
I don't think I've ever used this song for an intro.
What you mean? I'm supposed to believe that. How you love me, you don't even know me.
That's the dance when I'm in the studio. It's just the hand dance.
You tell me that you love me.
Say, who are you?
You barely even know me. It's something new. I ain't trying to be your homie. Between me and you, I'm just saying they not like me.
What?
You know, let's get the vibe on the lonely. Just me and you, let's take
It's like a bunch of my own music right now. What was I thinking?
That's how I do, cause baby girl, you gon' grow with me. That's what I do, respect is what I stand for. Yeah, that's nothing new. That's what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to teach you something. We out here thugging now. Me and Slim stand for something. That's just what his life's about.
Sound good, right?
I'm trying to build something. Started out from nothing. Now is you in or is you bluffing? Who are you? Yeah. Say who are you?
Hey, it's Kasabian. Kasabian Lavoe 1. What's going on, beautiful people? My name is Kasabian Lavoe. I'll be your host with talent on loan from God. The Rush, the one and only Rush Limbaugh put me onto that. I used to think that was the most prolific way to start a show, with talent on loan from God, and that's all it is. My name is Kasabian Lavoe. Lavoe means the voice. It's Spanish. Lavoe. I'm the voice of the people. That's why we do this. Welcome back. It's episode 503. I had a long day, but I'm here, and I got some topics. But how's everybody doing? The heat has been one of the most ridiculous things that I've had to deal with in a couple years because I have a home that has, it's like a 40-foot portion of my backyard that gets the sun all day. So not necessarily the front half of the house, but the back end of the house, and it just cooks. And we've been dealing with 113, 116 degree weather for the past week. That's why I'm all shiny, because there's no way to keep the studio cool, and everything is going because the fans are all blowing and everything's like burning. Stop burning. We have topics. ChatGPT writes the intro. Again, thank you for being here. I really appreciate y'all. Like, the show doesn't mean anything if y'all don't watch. The clips are doing well. I'm here for y'all, and I'm going to try to do my best and put out more content, as I should. I'm not a podcaster, but I'm not a journalist. I just tell the news, and I try to help y'all with finances. Former realtor. I did that for 3 years. That was fun. So I teach y'all about houses. I made a bunch of money, lost a bunch of money. Maybe you don't want to learn about money from me, but I'll keep you up to date with money stories so that you're able to make the right decisions moving forward, especially dealing with inflation. And we do have a presidential nomination that's coming up, and this vote is very important because Joe Biden is completely incompetent, and the entire Democratic Party is under some type of spell by a Pokemon because they're too stupid to see that that man is dying. So let's get into the show. Now, again, as I said, ChatGPT writes the intro. We have a couple of topics that we'll go over that are not a part of the ChatGPT. No, that's a lie. ChatGPT don't write them. They just write the intro. I know, I was trying to make it seem like ChatGPT does a lot more. They don't, but they definitely help. ChatGPT writes the intro. We do the show. Let's get it. Well, I got to play some music. I just have to. Hey, I want to put moments on here. Can I get moments?
Okay.
Do I have moments? Hold on. I don't have moments. There it is. I think that'll be a good way to. Welcome to another exciting. Just just want to push shit. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Kasabian Lavoe Show. Today, we got a jam-packed lineup covering the hottest topics from around the globe. First, we'll dive into the buzz around the latest workout trends. Are Temu workout rings worth it? Or should you go buy a $300 Galaxy ring? Let's talk about it. What is the future of fitness, and will wearables come to this? I like it. I think they look cool. I mean, these aren't wearables, but I mean, it'd be dope. I like wearing rings. I don't think that I'm going to spend money on a Samsung ring, but we'll get into it. We'll expose what makes them unique to everyone and why they're talking about it. I think it's dope. It's the first time that I've seen something that's, I can't lie, those damn rings have been around for a long time. Samsung ain't really doing anything crazy, but we'll get into it. Next, let's take a look at boxing. Shakur Stevens has definitely been in the news lately, and once again, it's not for his boxing. He doesn't have the it. But Shakur shook up the world by talking shit about Cameron and Mace. This is insane. But we'll definitely talk about Shakur Stevens and what I think of him and his future in boxing. There's also a story about a new boxing league or a new boxing organization that's coming about. I'm excited for that. I'm not going to cover it today, but I can't wait for that. It's almost like boxing, but UFC style. A bunch of boxers being owned by one company, and they put them to fight, and we get those fights that we've always wanted quicker. And people probably would stop worrying about taking losses if we had fights happening every 3 to 4 months. Dead ass. You should be fighting 2 or 3 times a year. Maybe even more if you could. Honestly, maybe more. I don't see what's wrong with that. You shouldn't be fighting for 30 fucking years. But anyway, definitely something we'll talk about. The comparison to Mayweather for being boring, we'll discuss that. That bothered me. But is he the next fighter? Is he the next one up? Is he the star? Is he the face of boxing? Or is he a dud? We're also going to talk about Ryan Garcia. And Ryan Garcia needs a big homie. He's going through some things, but I realize that Ryan don't got a big brother, and he needs a real big brother to put his arm around him and let him know that what he's doing is not okay. We'll get into that. And honestly, I just feel like his career is going to be over much quicker than we would like to see if he continues in this fashion. But, well, we'll talk about that as well. And the shocking development, Cartoon Network has officially closed the doors. Kind of. We'll reminisce about the iconic shows that defined our childhood and discuss what it means for the future of animated entertainment. One thing I'm going to say I'm completely ashamed of, that I've never attempted or even tried to become a writer for Cartoon Network, and I think I want to. Like, I don't see why not. I would love to do that. Reach out, Cartoon Network. Let's write some stuff. We'll also take a look at the changing in the consumer landscape. I have 6 to 7 things that people have stopped buying. It was 8, but one of them I didn't really count. From outdated gadgets to once popular trends, we'll show you what's falling in and out of favor and why. Plus, Prime Day's coming up, and if you want a $20 credit, I'll show you how to get it for Prime Day. This is not an ad. I just thought it was kind of cool, and I'll let y'all know how to get that so you can take advantage of all the deals. Prime Day is like Christmas in the summer, duh. And finally, in an unexpected twist, Meek Mill is stepping up in a big way. This is the first time Meek Mill's done something cool in a long time, okay? There was an incident in Philadelphia at a Dollar Tree, and he's putting up some bands. We'll get into the details. I don't want to talk too much about it, but the community is upset. The community meeting everybody. Stay tuned for all this and more right here on the Kasabian Lavoe Show, live from Las Vegas. So, just gotta do it. Thank you. I don't even know why. My bad. I put my hand right in the camera. I don't know why I did that. The stupid teleprompter. We changed the teleprompter and it's touching, and I shouldn't touch it. That's a me thing. I can't help myself. So Samsung whipped out today their new watch, and they also pulled out their new workout ring, their wearable fitness device. Now, there's many companies that have workout rings. They actually have silicone rings that have prongs on them. Whoop strap and others that can read your vitals and track everything and sync it right with your phone or right to your Apple device or I guess your Google device. I'm not sure. I don't have Google devices in that fashion. I love Google, but don't use their stuff. Sorry. Will I spend that type of money on a wearable? Yes, if I needed it. To be honest, the only reason I ever even got an Apple Watch was because I didn't want to wear a watch and some type of workout device. So heavy into working out that it changed my entire outlook on wearing a watch. I don't even care for watches because I got so stuck on just having the device that gave me my information. As I've gotten older, I realized that I do want like a nice Rolex just to say that I got one and give my sons one just to be cool. But I appreciate the technology of the Apple Watch and what it does for your health. Now, if there was a ring or a wearable that was able to charge for 2 to 3 days and give me my vitals and keep everything stored for me and be true to the information and be something that's viable and helping me become a better person, of course I'm going to spend the money on it. But this isn't new, and Samsung isn't changing the game, and I really don't think Apple's going to change the game. You can go get a wearable ring from Temu. I've ordered one. When I get it, I'll do the review, and if it does everything that it says it does, for $23, you too can have a wearable ring in multiple colors and even buy your partner one so that y'all can match. Again, not an ad from Temu, just letting you know that a $23 fucking wearable is not that bad. I don't, even if it doesn't work, who cares? Like, send it back. Temu gives you refunds on everything. That's just how it is. The comparison that I see between Shakur Stevens' boring defensive fighting style and Floyd Mayweather is upsetting. Although Floyd Mayweather did have a dry spell, he was in his bag. The difference was he already made us fall in love with him. Shakur Stevens doesn't have the it. Can we just, let's bring it around to that. He just doesn't have the it. I would like to see more from him because it's not entertaining. I just don't think he got it. And everybody makes it seem as if he's going to pick apart. And I want to be completely honest. I think Gervonta is one of the best fighters we have right now. Just be completely honest. I don't think Shakur Stevens should even stand across from him, but I would love to see it to shut everybody up. I've never seen such fandom for somebody that doesn't really have electricity. You can't feel this kid. He feels like he's a complete empty vessel. And he's just a laughingstock. Every time there's a match that he has, it's like he barely wins or he wins, and it's so boring. Bro, those people leaving, people was yawning. Then he went talking out of his mouth, speaking about Mace and Cameron. Sir, Mace's nickname was Murder. It was Murder Mace. And Cameron's nickname was Killer Cam. My baby mama would tell you that they call me Killer because of him. Weird, right? But anyway, you're a little boy, and that's okay. Maybe you don't got a daddy or an uncle that grab you and say, hey, man, there's certain people you could talk about, and there's certain people you can't talk about. I look at Mace and Cameron as like uncles. Like you bow to these men. I'm in hip hop. I grew up on these men. You can't speak to them like this. You know how many people you got to go through before you can speak to them like that and then get away with it? Stop. You're going to lose. They have a bigger audience. They've been around about 40 years. You ain't going to win that one. Be more electrifying. I don't know what you got to do. Maybe hang out with Ryan Garcia. I don't get it. I don't think it's worth much. To be honest with you, I don't. Ain't no Apple hate. What's up, loner? We ain't hating on Apple. What I'm saying is that I will not use Galaxy devices, and I will use the Temu device that costs $23. Also, speaking of Ryan Garcia and deals, okay, I don't know what Ryan's deal is. I really want Ryan to have a friend. And when I say a friend, I'm being completely honest. I think he needs somebody that doesn't need from him and wants to help him. He's going to ruin his life and his career if he continues down this path. Him divorcing his wife and getting away from his family and doing all the things that he's doing, I'm not okay with because I think he needs an anchor. It ain't for me to tell him what he should do. All I'm saying is that from the outside looking in, hit me up, dog. Let's talk. What's really going on? I feel like we don't know what the real problem is or the root cause of what's doing this. So as opposed to everybody guessing, speculating, and just assuming what you think because of what he's doing, I want him. I just sit down. Let's speak. Let me look into your eyes and see if you really as off as you think you are. I just want to know. Just want to know. What else happened? Was that it? That was all the cool stuff that happened? Outside of the 120-degree weather that we had on Sunday, breaking world records? It was ridiculous. I do want to talk about the boxing league that's coming, but until I get more information, I really don't want to speak on it because I'm trying to get a deal. Apparently, they're paying people to lie and say that they got like the best fighters in the world. I'm willing to do that. I don't care. Send me some money. This inflation recession shit is really affecting my daily living. It's just not okay. I'm not okay with it. Let's get into these topics. Let's get into these stories. The first story today comes from comingsoon.net. I never heard of them either, but it's a cool story.
Okay.
I went to a trade school for animation, 3D animation, and graphic design. I love cartoons because I'm a nerd and I was a loser. Although I had a lot of friends and I was very popular, I preferred to be alone drawing. That was always my way of escape. And then I learned how to rap and write music, and then that was my escape. And for a long time, I stopped drawing and just did music. Never pursued my career with animation because it didn't make enough money for me. I was afraid to get into a business that was going to keep me in like a dead end loop. And I never thought I was going to be creative enough to create my own cartoon show or produce a product that would catapult me in animation or in I don't think that I can come up with that. I've never sat down and tried, but in my past fucking 30 years, I haven't attempted it. So maybe it's something I should do because I want to. Like, I have a passion for animation. I don't think I have a passion for writing the stories behind animation. Does that make sense? Maybe character development. But I don't know what that pays. And I was afraid of it when I was younger. And now as an adult, I guess I could do cartooning at home, right? Or go pick up I don't know. I don't even know if cartooning is still available for people to do. But Cartoon Network might be closing soon. The rumor was that they were closed. I was heartbroken. I love Adult Swim. I love Cartoon Network. But stories out of comingsoon.net. Fans wonder if Cartoon Network is dead after the RIP Cartoon Network hashtag that started trending on Twitter or X. With the entertainment industry consistently in turmoil, movie and TV lovers are always bracing for bad news. But is anything actually happening? And we'll dive into this topic just to understand a little bit better as to what's going on with Cartoon Network and if they're really shutting down. Short answer, no. Cartoon Network is not shutting down. The network isn't dead. And as far as we can tell, there's been no recent layoffs or anything to trigger the rest in peace Cartoon Network hashtag. So what happened? Despite the setbacks, it seems that Cartoon Network is not going anywhere. They're just adjusting, like starting Adult Swim 2 hours earlier each night. And it's been successful so far for the network. The new programming is also in works. The Amazing World of Gumball, which I watch every fucking day. I love Gumball. The series premieres this year, and spinoffs of Adventure Time, Regular Show, and Forest Home. Bro, these are such dope shows. I need some new Johnny Bravo. Bring back Dexter's Laboratory. I learned how to speak French because of Dexter's Laboratory. Omelette du fromage. If I could tell y'all about my French girlfriend. Omelette du fromage was from a cartoon. Bring back Dexter. Bring back the Powerpuff Girls, but like they were. I saw the new Powerpuff Girls. It wasn't for me. I don't like it. Not my thing. But Cartoon Network isn't dead. Rest assured. We are in a good space. Paramount now, they're going through, not Paramount. Is it Paramount that owns them? The parent company seems to be going through changes. But Cartoon Network themselves, I think they're good. And if they lock in a decent streaming deal, I bet you they can make a bunch of bread. Just saying. Amazon Day is coming up. Or Prime Day. My bad, not Amazon Day. I don't like Prime Day as a name. Oh, God. I like Amazon Day. But Prime Day is coming up. Oh, my bad. I was leaning into the light. Susan, what happened? You don't say nothing. You don't even point in my face. You don't say que pasa. Lonely. So the next story is out of CBS News. Amazon is dangling a $20 credit for customers ahead of its annual Prime Day event, scheduled this year for July 16th through 17th. But the online retailer notes that consumers must take certain steps to get this credit before July 13th. What are those steps? I'm going to tell you. To get the $20 credit from Prime, members need to back up at least one photo, just one, with any Amazon photo app by a certain time. What time, Kasabian? I think it's before the 12th. 7 o'clock before the 12th. I don't know. Sorry. The offer is available to Amazon Prime members who upload at least one photo through their Amazon photo app for the first time. People who aren't Prime members or those who have already used the photo app are ineligible for the credit. So there you go. If you've already uploaded something or if you used their app, don't do it. But if you haven't, do it. You'll have to upload at least one photo through the Amazon photo app before 10:59 p.m. Pacific time, July 12th. Run. Again, not an ad. I got flagged for ads. These are not ads. These are just stories I'm covering. If I was getting paid for these stories, I'd probably be so more enthusiastic. Like, who wants $20? And I start doing shit like going, ka-ching, ka-ching. Stupid shit like that. I don't get paid for this, so stop flagging my videos. It's not a thing. Now, Money's tight. Things are changing. Let's see what are 8 things that people used to buy they've stopped buying. And this story comes out of money. That was it. It was just called money. Number 1, barbecue grills. I'm a grill billy. If you didn't know, I'm Puerto Rican, but I am a grill billy and I love smoking meat. Pause. That is such an odd statement to make on a hip hop show. But yes, I smoke meat. I have a smoker. I have an egg. I have a couple things. Propane tank, propane side to just do quick stuff. All that I love barbecuing. But apparently barbecuing had a high spike right before COVID. And after 22, there was a huge decline. And it continues to decline in 2024, according to the range of sources recently cited by CNN and Realtor.com. Confusingly, the main reason for sales are being flagged is because apparently the boom was so big before 22 that it affected it. And basically smoking and people getting outside had a big uptick from like 2016 to 21. COVID hit, things changed. A lot of people stopped smoking meat and things of that nature. I don't think it's an indicator of anything. I do think that smoking and using barbecue grills and things of that nature has a very small pocket anyway. I don't think it's as wide as many people would think. And then smoking meat is expensive. Damn, smokers $2,000-$3,000. In-ground pools. High borrowing costs are pinching family budgets and generally unaffordable in the housing market. So a big factor that's been affecting most people is that installations of backyard pools are now typically costing $50,000 and up. In Las Vegas, you used to be able to get an in-ground pool for like $25K. Decent, not like huge, but like a nice pool to enjoy in your backyard. $30K. When a quick refi get you a pool. I seen a couple people get them for like 20. I wouldn't trust the 20K pool. Now a 50K pool, how big of a house? Do you understand the average house today is the average home purchased today in America is $435,000. Your down payment has to be about $80K. You got that? That's average. Do you know the average American doesn't make enough money to afford that? To get a $50,000 pool, your house got to be worth at least $750,000, and you better have some fucking good income. There's no point in getting a $50,000 pool today. What type of interest rate on that $50K? 32%? Good luck. As Americans sought safe escape from boredom at home, RV shipments, which were the antithesis, I think that's the word, right? Antithesis? That was the antithesis of high schoolers going to college. You get a Winnebago and you tour the world. Them and like older people with money, older white folks with money. My buddies' parents are older white folks. They love their RV. And all their RV buddies are older white folks with them. Something they do. Maybe Puerto Ricans get RVs too, but I don't know enough Puerto Ricans that own RVs. If you know a Puerto Rican that owns an RV, please let me know. Maybe we can go on an RV trip. I just want to rent a Greyhound. Why can't I just rent a Greyhound? Today, the average price of in 2019, the average price of an RV was $406,000. In 2020, the average price was $430,000. And then it spiked in 2021 to an average of $600,000 per RV. They've declined since, and now the lowest you can find out there is about $313,000. So we're still over $250,000 for an RV, but the amenities in RVs are pretty amazing, and you do live basically in a home on wheels. If it's something for you, do it. But just know that your RVs are now costing about a small house, which is pretty awesome. I remember back in the day, honestly, look, my best friend growing up, Jason, his father had one job. He worked that job until he retired as a Las Vegas paver. His mother was a nurse. She was a nurse with the doctor until she retired. They both only had one job their entire lives. They lived in Vegas their entire lives. They didn't have just one vehicle. No, they had multiple vehicles. I grew up in a home with two parents that were handicapped, grandparents that were handicapped, living off the government. We didn't have a car until I sold some dope and went and bought a car. We didn't have these things. Seeing my friend's parents having 4 or 5 cars with an RV and some horses in the backyard, I was bugged the fuck out. Never seen wealth like this. So when he pulled up in his $500,000 RV back in 2014 or 13, and I think it was maybe 2010. He had a $500,000 RV in 2010. The sides popped out, the top popped. It like some shit Will Smith was in. Bro, that's like peak wealth when you can have your house and then your house on wheels next to your house. Next is Peloton. People stopped buying Peloton. Believe it or not, Peloton went crazy during COVID. Sales were skyrocketing, and then boom, 2021, it just bust. Didn't do that well. This one is a little confusing, and I don't know why they mixed it up. But plant-based meats. Consumers are spending much less on plant-based meats and seafood. That bothered me. Seafood ain't got shit to do with Kevin Hart's weird-ass bean pie fucking hamburger things. The little bean sprout mushed together burgers. Get the fuck out of here. That Beyond Meat, 3D printed meat, that ain't got nothing to do with seafood. I really think this number is just completely inflated due to the seafood being put in it. And I bet you the decrease in fake meat is a lot more than that. I don't even, who is buying this meat and then saying that it's okay? Like, I don't see the benefits in it. Let me not bash it. All I'm saying is that I don't believe fake meat and fish should be in the same category. Maybe like imitation crab or some shit, but fish? How? Over the recent 2-year period, a nonprofit Good Food Institute reports that figures, which is based on the total dollars that are spent. So this is just money that's showing you how much people are spending on top of the inflation. Who knows if this meat is even worth whatever they're selling it for. Many have actually underestimated how much plant-based meat has fallen out of favor. Interesting, especially in sales. Plant-based meats and seafoods. I don't know why seafood. I'm going to say plant-based meats. The number of purchases are down 26% over a 2-year span. The only thing I can say that I know for a fact that seafood has gone down because food stamps went down. So when like everybody I knew with food stamps, they always had like crab boils at their house. I don't know how they had lobster so much or how they had all those crabs and how they had all that seafood, but that was a thing for a long time, especially after COVID. Everybody had stamps. Everybody was cooking. Everybody made plates during COVID. That was like the number 2 job. It was streaming, podcasting, and then making plates with your food stamps. That's why I think seafood's down. The Beyond Meat shit, I think it's down because it's just ass. The other 2 items were mattresses and remodeling. And the other one was non-essentials. Because things have gotten so expensive, people can't spend their money frivolously. All you can do is buy things that you need. We've come to a point in time where you can only buy your needs. Your basket is now maybe quarter ways full for about $400. Went to Sam's Club, spent $465. Got enough food for probably 2 weeks. You know how hard it is to walk out of Sam's Club with a $450 basket and not have enough food to last all month? It's ridiculous. Anyway, people are definitely not buying mattresses. Them piece of shits y'all buying. Mattresses are so expensive. I feel like getting back into the mattress game because I've seen the prices and I understand what's going on. And here's a little secret. Mattresses expire every year. So if they make too many and they take that loss, you may see an influx in pricing. Just letting you know. And, where's it at? Oh, my bad. I didn't even mean to do that for Meek Mill. I'm so sorry about that. I really didn't mean to do that for Meek. I thought Meek did a good thing. This is a good thing for Meek. I don't see how this is a negative story for Meek.
Look, yeah, I ain't with the fuck shit. I'm the one that made something out of nothing.
Hey, my son.
Look at me, boy.
My son heard that song the other day. That song's old, but he heard it. He goes, yo, that's lit. Oh, that's so dope. I'm like, yo, I want to punch you in your throat. Listen to your father. He's a good rapper. The next story is at a complex. Philadelphia police are investigating an alleged incident assault at a Dollar Tree store in which a victim recorded what occurred. In this disturbing clip that's circulating on social media today, a woman is seen chasing a man out of the 56 East Snyder Avenue Dollar Tree store after he reportedly ejaculated on her. As noted by Fox 29, the incident happened June 23rd, and the police have since launched an investigation. How the fuck did he bust a nut at the store and break out running? Employees at the Pennsylvania store said the suspect, who has not been identified, is a regular at the Snyder Plaza and I-95 underpass nearby. In the photo, the man is believed to be between 25 and 30 years old. He was seen wearing a t-shirt that said, "It's not going to lick itself." My bad. Where's the laugh? Meek Mill saw the story and said, I'm putting 2 bands for that man's location. So, if you know where the man that ejaculated on that young lady's leg, like she ran that store, she's like, oh my God, he Oh, like, you can't believe it. I was birds. Woo! I'm sorry, that's not funny. Get justice on that, man. Lock that motherfucker up. There was a dude doing that shit on a bus one time, or was that just a Dave Chappelle story? That's nasty, man. How the fuck? That was Dave Chappelle. He's like, oh, nobody do it. I'm sorry for that young lady. Thoughts and prayers to everyone involved. I hope everything is okay. I really hope that man did not do that. I hope that there was something else. That shit is wild. He broke out running. His run looked like he did it. Keep it a buck. When he did that run, I for sure knew he did it. But, oh shit, it's like the longest drum roll ever. That's the show. And I want to thank everybody. And again, not only thank you,
What the fuck?
but without y'all, the show is nothing.
They made something out of nothing.
My name is Kasabian.
Why you frontin'?
Live in the moment. Don't live in the past. Be safe. Stay dangerous. Lavoe loves you. Wine.
I got a few bad ones that really like me, but they be in the club way too much. I need a chick with a nightmare who's ready for the bubble up. Yeah, long nights, now you know what's up. It's evident that I'ma make it now. I've been counted a million, was counted out. Riding my longboard, yeah, that's how I plan it out. Those are the best rides. Man, you have
This is a good
no
song.
burgers and no fries. Why you mad?